paying money, let me make the most out of it, right? Let me eat everything available out there. You are adding an extra 3000 calories to your stomach because why? You are paying money. But in reality, the price you are paying is not 3000 calories. It is equivalent to 50,000 steps. To take off whatever extra you ate, it takes 50,000 steps or over 10, 10 days walking for 1 hour. That's the cost of the buffet you are eating, right? So mindful eating, how does it work, right? Instead of thinking that this is mango season, let me eat every mango I see right now. You eat one mango per day throughout the season. So having some common sense and understanding what food are you taking in proportions and what role it's playing plays a big part, right? So from here, let's go to the next part. These basic fundamentals most people know, that about the calories, that you need to eat protein to build muscle, you need to reduce your carbs to reduce weight, right? And all these most people knows by fundamental. Most people miss the micronutrients part. What do? They think they have to reduce carbs, so they stop eating food, right? They think by stop eating food I can reduce my weight, or I want to build muscle, so I'm gonna taking extra protein. They only eat protein, they don't balance diet. So what happens is side effects come into play. Anybody take an example, even in your past, if you have done diets, how fast you go down, that fast it come up. Even if it's not the case, you have damaged your internal organs. See, the food you take is energy for the body, but for your organs, for your brain, eyes, and all, these are the resources they're looking for. Even you can reduce 30 kgs just by eating Lays. If not, like I can bet there are so many people who have done that. So to reduce weight, you need not go to gym, you need not run kilometers, marathons, you need not do any such things. Just by reducing your intake calorie, you can do that. But what is the benefit? Just because you're lean doesn't mean you're healthy. Understand, a balance of everything is what makes you a healthy human being. So this is one criteria, right? This is where most people miss it. So having a balanced diet. The next thing is empty calories, right? They go get an ice cream. As I said, ice cream, I'm not saying ice cream is bad, but it's not a balanced meal. It just has calories. If you think, okay, cashews have what, 500 calories, and gummy bears, or maybe Asha chocolates in India, right? You think they're only 50 calories. Let me eat Asha chocolates, avoid cashews because they're high in fat and high in calories. But the fundamental idea you're missing is, one is empty calorie, so you're taking in calorie, so you have to burn it out extra, while no nutrition is going to the body. So these areas you need to first educate if you're trying to lose weight or do anything in your life with respect to health. Okay, so this is not something that is new, right? This information you can get it in Google, you can get it everywhere. I didn't create it, that's part. Now in 21st century, it's not about lack of knowledge. If you want to get a six pack, there are 10,000 plans out there which will tell you day to day exercise how to get six pack, right? But I'm going to share my journey. What did I learn? Like everybody, I was in a comfort zone, who loves eating buffets, who loves eating late night biryanis, who loves partying, right? I was close to 112 kgs here, right? But one day I decided I want to change my life. What was my first goal? To reduce weight. I really worked hard to get here, right? Now, what would a usual next goal? To get a six pack. Then I again worked hard to come here, right? I got my six pack. Then, but I didn't stop. Most people stop there. Somehow, with the attitude I had, I always wanted to move forward in life. So I started, what's next? I become a marathon runner. I can run, hundreds of kilometers without stopping. From there, I went to biking. The more I started learning or moving forward in life, if you see the last peak, that's this weekend. I went for a hike. It's last Sunday, right? If you see from this guy to that guy, it's negative 30 kgs. So I lost 30 kgs, right? To lose 25 kgs, it just took me 12 months. Again, 12 months from here to here, I lost close to 25 kgs. But what did I understand? People started asking me, hey, how much weight did you lose? What did you do? What is the secret? I was also so, focused on that initially, but the more I did, I focused on what I gained, not what I lost. What did I gain, right? Uh, what did I gain? So I gained here when I went on a weighing scale, right? I was, from age what I showed, I was 6 years older. I know my date of birth. This photo on the scale showed I am 6 years older. At the last picture, when I weighed, I was showed 3 years younger. During this journey, I bought back 9 years of my life. I am more, happy about the time I got in, not the six pack I got, not the weight I lost. I brought back my life. I brought back my time. So, and most people think, the last photo they ask, oh, do you do abs? How much protein you take? Everything, you are living in 21st century where it's about advertisements. They know your weak point. If you're trying to lose weight, they say do keto diet. Why? There is no non-profit organization. They're all, dot coms. They want to make money on your weaknesses. Shortcuts. Reduce 10 kgs in, 10 weeks. Sorry, not 10 weeks, 2 weeks. That's when more people sign up. If you say it takes 6 months to reduce 10 kgs, nobody joins. If you say 2 weeks, man, sign me up. I want instant results, right? There, if you see the six pack, the last time I went to gym is in 2018. So you need not go to gym to have a six pack. You need to have a healthy lifestyle. So now, okay, now I talked about what? Macronutrition, micronutrition, right? So what does a typical, most of us are desis. So what do I look? Now I have to look for something low calorie. So what? Instead of drinking regular Coke, let me drink Diet Coke. Why? It has 0 calories. Instead of drinking regular Red Bull, let me drink zero Red Bull. We are so focused on them and we believe that whatever they wrote is good for your health. Number one mistake. Even I did that. Number two, we look for, okay, now I need vitamin C for my, immunity. Or now I require carrot, vitamin A, vitamin D, vitamin B12. So I'm gonna go look for fruity. Fruity said it has vitamin C. Let me drink fruity. Or man, I am organic guy. I will eat oranges. I don't go for outside nutrition. So people start eating oranges. See, with orange along with vitamin C, you're taking in 150 calories. To have a balanced vitamin C in your day, you have to eat 7 oranges. If you are telling me every day you're taking 7 oranges and still maintaining weight with all the nutritions, kudos to you. But in reality, that's not the case. So, but some people like visual. I am more, knowledge guy. I go for why, but I'm going to give it to Priya. She's going to show some demos and, give some enlightenment.
So, hi everyone. So, everyone of you guys listen to the story behind Yashwant. Let me tell you guys about myself. So, I'm someone who's like very similar to every girl outside, like a few years back. Even I went through a bit of transformation, ups and downs with the weight that is very common to everyone. One thing you need to learn is first respect yourself, love yourself, and then think what you're doing. Are you falling for social media advertisements or whatever it is? And the other thing is, I just want to ask you guys a question. How many of you guys over here followed diet? Everyone would say yes, right? And how many of you guys complained saying, oh, I am losing my hair, my skin is getting bad, and all this stuff after following certain kind of diets? So one thing I realized is, trust me, even I followed a lot of diets few years back saying, oh, I will not eat sugars because I want to lose, I want some abs, I want to go to this weight, or let me do a high fat diet, all this stuff. So one thing I would like to show is, we all fall for like, we are in the Instagram age, right? So we all look at our favorite celebrities or favorite influencers or on Instagram and say, hey, they're promoting this product, let me try this. So one thing, realize that when a sports athlete or someone is promoting a Red Bull, do you think, are they going to drink that Red Bull as an energy drink before they are going to a run? Or so let's say, I don't know, I think Mahesh Babu promotes Thumbs Up or Coke, right? He used to do that. Do you think he used to drink that every day? No, right? But people who are the fans of it, oh, now I got a 0 calorie Thumbs Up, let me drink that. So we all have that kind of ideas, but I'm someone who love to have a visual eye opener kind of thing, because I just go to the market where let's say a Whole Foods or Walmart, whichever is nearby me in US, and I just read the description of every protein powder, whatever I wanted to buy. I used to do that. So one thing I realized is I need to look for a quality, and what is the source of ingredients that I'm looking for. Let's say I'm just comparing. Let's say this is Red Bull, and it is a 0 calorie drink, and I'm just comparing our body with milk and water. So let's say this is milk. I just compared it because we have calcium in our body, right? And milk is a part of calcium. So I just used the 0 calorie Red Bull, and I kept everything in this, like almost of it. I'm just putting it down for a second. And at the same time, I've used Excess, which is again a 0 calorie drink. This is the nutrition which me and Ashwin take when we go for our runs, or when we are doing a longer activities, and we just replaced it with Coke. And I'm using the same product, kept it in the milk. So I just want to show you guys. I don't know if it's clear or not. Did you see this? So you see the difference. One thing you guys need to remember is, many products doesn't have NSF certificates. They are not regulated by FDA or whatever it is. We just read the ingredients thinking, oh, I know it all. But so we all are in the age of Google PhDs. Everyone have the Google PhDs. Everyone think I know it all. But just see how much you know about a product, what goes into it, and end of the day, you're dumping into your body. So the other thing which I want to talk about is Yashwant spoke about macronutrients, right? So how do you take your nutrition? I've listened to many people so if we see the older generation in India, we used to have a great diet. But do you think we all are following the same diet? How many of you guys take greens every day? So I just took like the vitamins which I've use it every day. And I took a water, because the blood and everything, our body is water soluble, right? And I kept each vitamin in 3 of the glasses. So you can see a vitamin pill in it. Let's check it out after 1 or 2 minutes. I'm giving it to Yashwant.
Awesome, guys. So the idea is, see, in 10 seconds, one of the top brands, this is what it's making to your bones. So see, I'm also an Indian. I always keep telling to people, because I work with people in India and US, right? In US, you will never see a 50% off sign. You will never see buy one get one offer. But in India, everywhere you see extra 30%. Buy this, get this, because we are looking for that. That's what people show you. If you think, getting, hey, for 500 I get 20 grams of protein, man, kudos, man. If you think that 20 grams is what all the professionals are taking, good for you. It's not just about the numbers, it's about the source and the quality of it. I used to spend in India, what iPhone costs 80,000. People don't ask, man, how come iPhone costs 80,000? But when you say, a meal replacement, or, when you say protein costs extra 100 rupees, they start asking questions. Am I getting this cheaper here? So you have to change your thought process. It's not about quantity, it's about quality. That's the first thing you have to change. Number two, okay, how did we started changing? You know, again, don't look for shortcuts. Just eating a bar or eating a meal replacement is not the solution. The idea is something called as, right? If you guys can see the screen, it's something called as, see, I follow this principle. You know, it's my personal testimony. Say no to diets, yes to lifestyle. I never quit anything in the whole journey. I still ate biryani. Even last night I ate pizza, right? The idea is balancing it out in life. You never gained 1 kg because you ate one pizza, or you know, one biryani, or you know, one mango. It is which is done over a period of time. It's called habits. So create habits, not restrictions. If you restrict your diet thinking that I'm going to not eat anything after 6 p.m. for next 30 days so I can lose 5 kgs, so again I can start everything. No, you know, you need to have a game plan. We'll talk about it. But having a, you know, combination of all these: activity, diet, having the right mindset, long term mindset, right? Meals, you know, healthy meals, balanced meal, good sleep, and less stress. All these combined, you create something called as lifestyle, which is not gym dependent. How many of you said my gym is closed, I'm gaining weight? That means what? You have no control over your food. You know, you're just relying on an external source to motivate you to do something in your life. So that is not long lasting. Why? Your life is going to get busier and busier as you grow. So now how do we do that? Okay, this part I give whole credit to Priya, right? She's the one who makes, you know, nutritious food. She will explain how she does that.
So we kind of take a intake of meals every day in a portions, right? How many of you guys avoid rice thinking it's unhealthy? We are Indians. We are born eating with rices. You can't quit rice in a single day and think rice is bad. It has its own nutritions. You can't quit anything. And at the same time, how many of you guys just overload or like dump in the unnecessary stuff which you find like around you? I just don't have an example to show you around me, but if I see a chips or potato chips, I just dump into my mouth. So you need to plan your nutritious food in your day-to-day intake. What I do is I just do a healthy a protein balls so that I can eat whenever I'm hungry. So let me show you this. You can do it. These are Indian ball, like a sesame laddus, which you do with the sesame seeds. But what I do extra in this is I just add my plant-based protein powder. So why am I telling a plant-based protein powder? So for me, for my weight, I need 60 grams of protein. For any human being, for certain weight, they approximately need from, let me say, from 60 to 80. It depends upon your weight again. So if I ask you to say or take a protein powder, oh, I'm taking enough protein, I'm eating eggs, I'm eating good amount of eggs, I'm eating good amount of peas. We do say that, right? I used to say that a lot. So do you know how much protein does the egg have? 7 grams. So how many eggs do you eat every day? Or how many sprouts do you eat every day? How many chickpeas do you eat every day? So, and again, why I use a plant-based protein powder. So when I use this scoop, one scoop is like 10 grams. And I get 8 grams of protein from this tiny tablespoon. It's not, so I know a few people who go to gym who are not aware of the protein quality. They just take a big scoop and dump it in the milk and they have it thinking, oh, I need to take an extra protein. But see which form is it. You need to always take the purest form of protein. So I add a tablespoon of protein in the meals which I take it. Like, let's say laddus, let's say falafels or hummus, or if I get to an Indian food, if I'm taking a vegetable like a bitter gourd, I add it in a bitter gourd curry because bitter gourd has a fiber, but it doesn't have a protein. I need to get my proper protein intake to build my muscles, repair them, and manage my weight.
Awesome. So this is kind of creating when things are in your control, right? When when you have a chance to make a meal, but we all we have busy lives. So what if I don't have something ready? So again, one other thing which I want to really emphasize, I know it's part of the culture in United States, having multivitamins as part of your diet and lifestyle. In India, right, we don't. It's like if you talk about pill for them, that means they're sick. No, pill is what you take. Drug is what you take after you get sick. This is what you take to not get sick, right? That's a whole new topic. I don't want to dive deep, but how many? Like, ask yourself how many of you are taking. This many balanced health. This is what you get in one packet. So before, it's like most of you guys may not have used avocado a lot, right? If you say avocado, I don't even know what is avocado. Maybe it's bad for your health. It's just an opinion, because we eat that every day here. Just know what's important for you, and how it's helping you, so you can have a balanced diet. And for me, the only fundamental principle is you need to control at least 1 to 2 meals a day, making sure it's less calorie, more nutrition. Why? Calorie deficit is the only answer for your weight management. To lose 1 kg, there is no magic. No special diet or no whatever I am saying won't work unless you reduce your calories. The best idea is not to starve your body, but to have a balance. Reduce 500 calories of intake, 500 calories of activity, burn extra 500 calories while making sure all your micronutrients are going. This is where, of course, I personally use still at being fit and all. I love to control my diet using Nutrilite and Body Key. Why? It gives me the flexibility and all the macro and micronutrients which are required, right? So what's next? How do they stand out? Right. So here we want to quickly show a demo.
So when we mentioned about vitamins, so if you see this one, I just kept 3 of the vitamins, right? This is showing you in a purple color, and this is showing you in a yellow orange color, and this is showing you a green color. So each of this represents, let's say, represents of the vegetable color. So one question I would like to ask you is, especially when you're following the diets or reducing the calorie intake, or when your food is not in proper proportion, ask yourself, how many colored vegetables like this do you eat on a day-to-day basis? Just like question yourself. So do you really think you're taking the right nutrition all the day?
Yeah. So again, me, I'm very kind of logical guy. I always look for the sources. The way I pick my iPhone, I also pick anything in my life, right? So things which these stand out is certified organic, right? So it gives me, it's make sure that when I say certified, they're just not labeling it, they're certificates which are proving that science, research and patents behind it. I don't fall for, because Mahesh Babu is showing something, I don't take it. I make sure there are scientists who are saying that, not Mahesh Babu, right? And I'm not looking for the cheapest deal out there. Food is the only thing which stays with me. And see, imagine, why are you buying Samsungs and iPhones? Why don't you buy some China mobile which you're getting for 1,000 rupees? Because it shows right away the results. The beauty of our business is, see, Body is, it's very powerful. No matter what dump you dump in, it resists. But the results will come up 10 years, 20 years from now. The biggest motivation, eye opener for me, see, I grew up in India. I used to think 50 years, joint pains, that's what you should expect. 40 years after you're married, you need to get fat. You need to have belly. 70 years, you're done. Here, man, when I run my marathon, for most people, they think, hey man, your knees, even my parents say, maybe your knees are going away. They will get, scratched off, or, things like that. I see 70-year-old guy who's passing me. That opened my life. So I was living in a bubble. So come out of that bubble. Whatever you think is not enough. Not just look for numbers, look for the micronutrients, right? So this is which I want to emphasize, guys. There is anything worthwhile in life takes time. This is my personal photo. I like tracking things. I like numbers. This is me when I started. I was 112 kgs. This is, I lost 25 kgs. And it's a journey for, 12 months. You can see the difference of my face for every 3 months. So many people come and ask me, a lot of my clients and people whom I work with, man, I only have fat in my belly. Just tell me how to reduce my belly. Rest all, I'm perfect. Just a fun fact. No, you have fat all over the body. That's what is coming out. Go check. Check with your doctor. He will tell you your, internal organs fat. So now, right, if you see this photo, right, it tells you the reality, right? To reduce, so how does there are two factors which involves in reducing fat. One is that blood flow, the direction of the blood flow with the way the body is designed, that nerves, right, upward, downward, parallelly. The second is the type of fat cells in that muscle, right? Stubborn fat, easy fat, right? According to the science, the first difference when you're reducing rate is it shows in your hands. The second place, it shows in your face. If you can see, overall shows. The third place is your upper body, your chest, right? The fourth place, your legs, and the last and the final place, the hardest and the toughest fat lies in your fat. Why? Because that place is where the blood flows the least. There are not much, the thickness, there is not much happening there. So the blood doesn't flow because it goes parallel. Okay, go back, learn about it, but this is the reality. If you want to reduce your belly fat somehow magically for your marriage in 3 weeks, doing some crash diets, you're just kind of messing up your body. Okay, so this I want to emphasize. There are no shortcuts in life, right? So this is where I've been working with a lot of people, helping with them in their journeys and all. But now my mission was to educate other people. In India, a lot of people spend money for what gyms. They pay what 10,000, 20,000 for talwakars. They think a fancy gym will help them reduce weight. No man, even at your home, I never go to gym. Gym is not your magic. Or they think, paying a personal trainer, 20,000 will reduce. No. See, whatever they're doing, it's a factor. There are two things, which is environment and accountability. Those are the two things why gyms and personal trainers work, not the money you pay. See, I wish there is somebody like me telling me 3 years back when I'm all figuring it out by myself. Because I'm a guy who likes to understand why. Why am I losing weight? Why am I gaining weight? How can I run marathon? See, my goal is to run 100 miles in next 2 months. For an Indian, if I tell I am running 160 kilometers, they think either I'm mad or I have nothing else to do in my life. See, that's your perspective. Okay. I have met a guy who's 60 years who can run 300 miles. So I am very clear why I'm doing what I'm doing. So you should be clear about your goals. So the price is not money. So we are starting an accountability group. People who are serious about their goals, not my goal, not others' goals. You are committed to your goals. Next, people who are committing to make a difference. So 5,000 steps a day. The moment you don't do 5,000 steps a day, you will be kicked out of the group. Why? We want quality, we want serious people in that group. And the third requirement is you should be willing to help. It's just not me. Okay, I'm good at running, I'm good at endurance sports, but I have friends. I have met many people like me who are good at great things like powerlifting, CrossFit, boxing. We are all coming together to build this group. So the idea is, even if you learn something or if you have a doubt, share it and together we can grow, right? What is the reward, right? A group which will never let you down, right? Tips, some kind of recipes, or a forum. Let's say any question you have, you can ask there, and personalized one-on-one, game plan, or, a plan to your goals, whatever it is. Why? See, within the same house, with this much of knowledge, right? Priya is trying to lose weight. I'm trying to gain weight because of our goals. She's trying to run a marathon. I have to gain weight for certain of my goals. So if we both eat the same food, something is going wrong. So that is, you should understand. People, there are what multiple people here. If there is one plan for all, it doesn't work out. It should be customized to you, right? Next, also sharing your knowledge, and the most important reward you are getting, your whatever your goal is, you have a group to share it and achieve it, right? So let me quickly show you guys, like, see this. I don't know if you guys can see that, how milk turn, right? So next time when you go out looking for things, taking chips, lace, man, for 50 rupees, like, this is I don't know how, if it's in India it's common. For 50 rupees they gave you full bottle of orange juice, when an orange costs 30 rupees. Ask yourself, from which world is he getting oranges? From a laboratory. Nobody is testing those oranges, or the labels, because why? It's not a drug. Government only tests the ingredients which are drugs. For a food, they don't, there are certifications, but government doesn't involve. So, but take care of your body, guys. If not anything, I want you to build a mindset that lifestyle is what sustainable, not diets, not going to a gym, not it's not, life is not a sprint where I can hold my breath and run 100 meters. Life is like a marathon. We have to take it slow, where you can survive it for a longer distance. It's the only place you're ever gonna live. Our goal is to together to create a community which are living a happy life.